Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Anti-Gravity Room. It is that time of year. It is Marvel movie season. Summer is coming, and so come the Marvel movies. First up, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which means some Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 fucking Marvel Legends toys. So, regarding Marvel Legends, we're kind of changing. I'm changing how I'm going to do it going forward. I'm not going to review every figure in the wave anymore. It's some figures people just don't care about. It's not worth the time it takes to do it. And quite honestly, I mean, a lot of people only care about the two or three best figures in the wave, and or the Build-A-Figure. And that's basically what I'm going to try to focus. Shell forming figures I'm going to prioritize last. I mean, I might get the reviews up, but I'm not going to make it a priority to do those. I'm going to pick what I think are the best figures in the set, review them, and then you'll know right away which ones are the best ones to pick up. It's just not worth the time or even the money to buy them at full price. You know, $30-$40 when figures first come out for something that's going to be $8 on Amazon a month or two later, and it's just the views just aren't there for it. So we're gonna go just 2 or 3 figures from each wave, and then I think that'll just be a much better flow. So, anyways, without further ado, let's get started. One I think is the best figure in the wave, or if not, definitely a close second, depending on your opinion, is Yondu. So, Yondu is Peter Quill's mentor? Parent? Not his real parent, but, you know, he took care of him with his little gang. And you can see here, he has a crazy new mohawk. He's played by Michael Rooker, and he's actually a really good actor. I think he's been around forever. He's in probably The Walking Dead, you've seen him in. But he's been around forever. Like Mallrats, when I was growing up, he was like the mean dad in it. So he's been around forever, and he's always a pretty funny guy. Let's take a look at the back of the box. So, Marvel Legends series. A captain of the Ravager faction, Yondu is a powerful warrior shrouded in mystery. That's true, he doesn't do much. He has this crazy little flute, or whistly, stabby flute thing. I don't know what the fuck the thing is, but it's cool as fuck. If you see him in the first movie, he takes out an entire crew of people with it. In a pretty neat fashion. There's the rest of the figures in the wave. And this wave's Build-A-Figure is Marvel's Titus, who is a guardian of the galaxy, I guess. I don't know. Even the few Guardians of the Galaxy comics I've read, I have no idea who that person is. So I couldn't tell you. But in order to get him, you have to pick up the rest of the figures in the wave, with the exception of Star-Lord, which is actually one of the coolest things that Hasbro's done in a long time. They're releasing a Peter Quill 2-pack with, I think it's with Gamora or with his dad or something, and he's in another wave. So there's like 3 different Peter Quills coming out in the next couple months, which is like the Captain America syndrome. But they did you the kindness of not putting the Build-A-Figure piece in this, because they know you might want to buy another Star-Lord either in the 2-pack or in the next wave. So it's perfect that you actually don't have to get the Star-Lord in order to get the Build-A-Figure for this wave. So kudos to you, Marvel. Or not Marvel, Hasbro, Marvel too, but Hasbro, you actually didn't fuck around, which is a nice welcome change. So thumbs up for that. I noticed when you guys put forth a good effort to do something nice instead of fucking us, so appreciate that. And let's get this thing out of its plastic prison and check out its articulation and its sculpt and all that good stuff. Okay, and here is Yondu out of the box. Now, before I go singing his praises too much, there's already a bunch of flaws I found with him just out of the box. So maybe he is not one of the better Marvel Legends of the wave. Maybe I misspoke. But he's definitely one of the most popular characters. So first off, he can't stand. he just fucking can't stand. Like, he is hard to stand up. He has poor balance. His coat makes his legs not too mobile, and he just fucking can't stand. I took me about 5 minutes to get him to stand up here. And then his other thing is his little arrow thing, which on the back of the box is clearly super misrepresenting of what how you can actually pose this thing. It has this little thing here, as you can see. I'm sorry, the box is on a slant here. And it's kind of firing up into the sky and standing up on his own in the holster. Well, first off, this holster hole is way too fucking big to ever hold that thing if you tried. I have, as you can see, a giant thing of sticky tack in there. And even a thing of sticky tack, like, stuck down, can't get this thing to not be limp. It is just too heavy, and it will not stand up. There's no way, ever, sticky tack or not, that you could get this little tiny thing to stand up in that hole and aim upwards. It just would never happen. It'll just flop every which way. I mean, it's a kind of a cool effect. It does kind of work, but I mean, you have to balance it on his hand or his coat. It'll never stand up, ever, no matter what you do. So that's an accessory that they should have put some sort of like, kind of like a twist tie technology in there, you know, like have like a thin, pliable metal, or plastic even, that would stand up. It's too loose and thin. It's garbage. So yeah. Also had to put a little sticky tack on his boots because, like I said, you just can't get his legs apart enough, and then he has, I don't know if it's warped my package or what, but he's either he has to lean forward hard in order to stand up. If I lean him back, so he's standing up at a proper kind of, you know, so he's got to lean forward a little bit, pretty much always. Another thing I don't like. The sculpt, however, is pretty good. That's Michael Rooker. That's Michael Rooker if I've ever seen him. I like his mohawk here. It kind of looks like a cinematic version of what I would think looks like Gladiator, I guess. If they were to do like an X-Men, and that, I feel like it would be more of a robotic kind of thing. He has his little scars on the side of his face there too, so that's good detailing. He actually has a rough beard, which is cool. And that it looks like Michael Rooker making a whistling noise. Even my face recognition is picking it up. So it's pretty solid. It also comes with a non-mohawk head, which is also Michael Rooker with a beard, but he's smiling and he's got his, you know, his little mohawk. So you can do either one you want. He's got his new Guardians of the Galaxy little badge here on. And the detailing on his chest and coat is good. It's just kind of intrusive on the articulation. Like, I wish they had both sides of the coat bending back. Like, I get the cinematic effect that they want to get with the little arrow thing coming out. Like, he's quick drawing it. But the little arrow fucking thing doesn't work. So it just, the jacket in combination with the arrow, it's just two components now that are fucked on the figure. You can actually take the jacket off as well, which I'll show you in a moment, and get down to his legs. They're just the typical legs. He's got the long boots. So shoulder joints, bango bango, ball joints good, swivel, solid, double jointed elbows that are stiff as fuck, and a pivotable hand. He only comes with two of the same hands. I wish one of them was like a fist or even like a little fingery kind of like motion, like da da da, like conducting or something. Would have been cool. Other arms the same thing. He does have an ab crunch. It barely works. Again, the constrictions of the coat, but it's there. You can kind of. He does have torso movement. He does have his little holster belt thing is independent. And see, this, it's really poor for my reviews because my lighting is all fucked up from this fucking thing on the side here, this jacket. And he has swivel at the thigh, ball jointed legs, you know, they move up, they move down, move left. That's about as far to the side as you can move it, unfortunately. So it's going to be hard to make any cool kicking motions. More of like a door open kick. That's about as much as you'll get from kicking from Yondu. He does have a swivel. Double jointed knees, but no boot swivel. No fucking boot swivel. So those of you who like that, sorry, it's not there. It does have ankle pivot, but we have seen better articulation in some figures. But again, he's a jacketed character with lots of gear, or looks like he has lots of gear on. So I can see that his articulation is just a little bit below some of the Spider-Man figures or the X-Men figures, but that's okay. And the Build-A-Figure piece he comes with, for anyone who's curious, is the right arm cannon of the Titus figure. And as you can see, measurement-wise, he comes in at about 6.5 inches, 6 1/3. Somewhere about there, 6 1/3, 6.5 inches, which I think he is 6. I think Michael Rooker is 6 feet, 6'1", so that's pretty close. And there he is next to some other characters from the wave, Drax and Nova. We got the smallest character in the wave and probably the bulkiest character in the wave. So he fits perfectly right there in the middle. He's definitely an average sized character. Alright guys, and that about closes out my review for the Marvel Legends Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Yondu figure. It's okay. The sculpt, it looks fantastic as far as playing with it goes, if you're one of those people who does do that, or if it's for your children. It's not one of the best playing figures. The accessories kind of shitty, its movement isn't the best, but he looks awesome, and I found that as a general trend with the Guardians wave. A lot of original sculpts, a lot of nice looking sculpts. They're pretty solid, but they're just not the best articulated wise. But you gotta have a trade-off there, because when one goes up, the other goes down. That's just the way the toys are. Anyways, guys, make sure to like this video if you want to see more Marvel Legends stuff, and check out sometime this weekend. We are also going to have a couple more Marvel Legends videos going up from the new Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2s, and make sure to go check it out in your local theater. Take care.